As far as the prison system over here in Ontario, we have spoken about them adding more prisons, adding more super jails because they are getting over flooded with inmates. And now I have a story where they're adding 2,500 new beds in the prisons over here in Ontario. Okay. I have this, and listen, man, before I even get into this, it's giving me crazy deja vu because once upon a time, when I was doing my time, my little baby time back in 2010, 2011 times, I was actually assisting in adding extra beds in the institution that I was at over at Frontenac. All right, I was an electrician assistant. You know, they were adding new beds. They had to change the electricals in some of the rooms and different things like that. So I was there when a lot of people were going from having a cell to themselves, like for example, if you're a lifer, to now having to share a cell with somebody.
Says there also isn't enough.
So let's play the video here, or the news story, courtesy of Global, if I'm not mistaken. Salute to Global.
Ontario's jails are getting more crowded, and the union that represents correctional workers says there also isn't enough staff.
It just creates an excessive workload that people are struggling every day to keep up with.
Documents obtained by Global News using Freedom of Information laws reveals as of October 2025, Ontario's correctional facilities are operating at an average of 130% capacity. It's a significant increase from September 2023, when figures obtained by the Canadian Press put province-wide capacity at 113%.
Wow.
As a result, A.W.O.L says it's seen an increase in jailhouse violence.
For all of 2025, there were just over 7,300 inmate assaults. And that's 1,000 more than the previous year, and almost 2,000 more than the year before that.
Just 5 of the 25 correctional facilities on the list are reporting less than 100% occupancy. But some parts of Ontario are struggling more than others. The Sudbury jail was at nearly 166% capacity, while the Milton Vanier Centre for Women was at 160.
What? 164%? Yo, the Gamdom jail is mosh up. And you know why part of the reason that is? Because there's men in the women's jail.
4%, and the Southwest Detention Center in Windsor sat at about 158%.
They are highly dangerous places today. It's not a matter of whether or not we need to wait until they're 200% over capacity. We are already at this breaking point.
The institutions hold people accused of a crime but not out on bail, as well as those serving sentences of 2 years less a day.
70 out of every 100 people that are sleeping in an Ontario jail cell tonight haven't been convicted of an offense. This lays waste to the principle of the presumption of innocence.
To address the problem, the province says it's adding more than 1,400 new beds in corrections facilities, hiring 3,300 new staff, and investing $3 billion to update corrections infrastructure.
We're going to build as many beds.
$3 billion? Like, can we hold something, fam? Damn. $3 billion to make sure more people are locked up is crazy.
As we need to protect Ontario. We've got an aggressive plan. The drug traffickers, the murderers, the people that break into our homes, the people that take a gun and shoot a father right in front of little kids, those people belong in one place, and that's in jail.
A.W.O.L welcomes these initiatives, but knows it will take time. Nicole DiDonato, Global News.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I see Season over here saying influx of Indians entering the system. That's facts. I'm not trying to point y'all the Indian people out and shit, but like there has been a lot of immigration, and with the immigration, there's been a lot of criminals that have gotten over here. Some of y'all might have not even come here as criminals. You decided, you know what? This is a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. Let me get into these streets. You know what I'm saying? So the question that I have though is, if the court system is so shit and we have such a catch and release system over here, how are the jails still overcrowded? Because half of these niggas get away with murder when it comes to the system over here, and you guys still don't got room to keep people? That's crazy. Listen, I'm not against making sure that people face their time and do the you know, the justice is served and all those different things. But come on, bro. I feel like there's a bigger game at play over here when it comes to building all these prisons. Because then what? By, let's say, 2030, we're going to get back to that overcapacity once again? Or by the time you guys finish building these 2,500 new beds and all these new jails, now you'll have enough space for all the criminals. Is that going to be the case? And then we don't have to worry about spending another $3 billion ever again? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I feel like by the time you guys finish doing this, because like I said, I've been there. I did this 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, building up beds and doing all this shit. So at that point in time, you would have figured, all right, we built a bunch of new beds. There's more institutions. There was no Toronto South Detention Center when I was doing my shit. So you built a big super jail for people to go to. We got enough space. Nah, we need more space in 2026. So by the time, let's say, we get to 2040, let's call it 2040, I probably won't be here podcasting. Maybe, you never know. Stars like in the 60s doing this thing. But by the time we get to 2040, we might be having the same conversation again. It's the idiot thing. A super idiot thing. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat here, because you know you guys you're more knowledgeable on this shit than me. A lot of homeless people live in jails. Facts. They use that place just 2 hots and a cot. Our government is up. Our government is up, is down, is down. Down is up. Oh yeah. Up is down and down is up. Shiz is cooked with progress, with a progressive ideology. Susan says, and I have nothing against them. We were talking about the Indian people before. I have nothing against them, but there's a lot of them getting arrested. Listen, fam, when we've done a few news stories over here on the live stream, I pull up the friggin' all of the mug shots, and it's a bunch of Indian guys. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. What I got over here? Holy. One second. I'll show you guys this in a minute. Yeah. So I don't know, bro. I feel like they're acting like the problem is being solved, but it really isn't. You know what I'm saying? But listen, salute to all of the people inside, except for the diddlers and the rats. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the people inside. Hold your head. Okay. I know right now there's a lot of people dealing with 3 bunks or 3 in a cell and shit like that. So whatever. Hold your head.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.